Hello and welcome back to the slowest horse in Minecraft. This guy, am I gonna make it across the whole bridge? I did, that's amazing. This guy is so slow. He is like the worst horse. He at least he can block 3 jumps. I'm pretty sure I can run faster than this guy. This was the best one. There was one who was like faster than this one. One of these white ones, I don't know. One of these was faster than him, but could only jump like 1 block. He was the second fastest horse, and I'm pretty sure this is like slower than running speed. Anyway, this is my iron golem farm, and as you can see, I marked out a little bit of what I want to do. Ignore the cobble. The cobble's not right, but that's gonna be a corner, that's gonna be a corner, that's gonna be a corner over there. But I have gathered a bunch of material. Probably not enough spruce logs, I'll be honest with you. A bunch of stone, and a bunch of andesite, which we need to turn into the andesite bricks, which by the way is just a resource pack that turns smooth andesite into andesite bricks. That's the same thing that I used on my my granite roofs. So why don't we just go ahead and hop into a time lapse of me getting as much of this thing done as I can. Okay, cool. All right, first side is done. Now we just basically have to copy and paste on the other 4 sides. I decided to put walls there. It may look a little weird, but I'm pretty sure that if we come and put like glowstone or something behind these walls, it will change the texture of them. It will add that little add the little column in the middle, which I think will look cool. And then it'll also allow the light to go through the walls, so it'll light up this build without it really being visible. So there's a lot to build. Let's just go ahead and jump into the time lapse for the rest of it. Just kidding. I completely forgot to press record for the time lapse, but I think it looks pretty good. It looks pretty sick, right? I do have a little bit of a, oh my goodness, this horse is so slow. I basically just copy pasted all this, like the same wall on all 4 sides. And I do have a little bit of a gap right here because there's a pretty steep drop off right here. And I was thinking about just doing like the andesite bricks all the way down because this is like the back of the build and you won't really see it. But I think that would throw off the physics of the building, right? So what I want to do is add a tower in this little corner right here, which will, I think, make it look a lot more natural, like a lot more structurally sound. But yeah, I think it looks pretty good. A lot better than the eyesore that we had there before. Yeah, this is what I'm talking about. It just looks a lot more structurally sound now. I haven't fully tested whether it's like spawn proof because I haven't really like sat there. Okay, cool. I guess it's not. Good thing we have a lot of bones and squid dying every single day. Because I may just have to like light gray wool carpet everything. Yeah, you can hardly tell that, right? I mean, that's fine. I think we're good. I'm gonna leave it. Honestly, right now I have more iron than I know what to do with. So if this is broken, then I won't notice for a while and I'll deal with it when I do. Oh, actually, just kidding. Before I finish this, the thing that I actually wanted to work on when I came over here. There we go. Oh, dang it, missed one. There we go, actually. This is a little blank, but it's the back of the build. Cool, yeah, I'm happy with that. Oh, God. Well done. There we go. Yeah. Oh, God. What I do want to show y'all is, y'all kind of just saw it. You remember that little fishing shack that was here with all the barrels and stuff, I built this. I think it looks pretty good. I wanted to play around with shape a little bit more. I feel like the 3 buildings that I have right now, I mean, they're all different, but they're all very simple. I think the most complicated one is this one with the slight elevation change in the roof and the floor, but that's still pretty basic. So I wanted to experiment just a little bit more. That little like extra piece of depth with the stairs that I've been using, I sort of put that in like weird places. I think it looks cool. I think it works well. And once I get the roof in, I think it'll be pretty cool. This, I have an idea for what I want to do there. I think since it's like by the water and it's where our docks are, I think it definitely needs to be a lighthouse of some kind. But the thing is, I want to use frog lights or frog lamps. Frog lights, frog lamps, I don't know what they're called. But they're just such a pain to get. I mean, luckily there's a swamp biome right over there with some frogs. But goodness gracious. So we're not going to worry about doing the details on this building yet. I do want to get the roof in though. I need to smelt copper for that. Copper is not a fun block to work with. It's pretty. It's pretty. But it's not fun. So after realizing how much copper I was actually going to be working with in the construction of this village, I went ahead and made a honey farm. And that's it right there, isn't it cute? Yes. I know what some of you are thinking. This build is ugly. This build is hideous. What are you doing? This is a terrible eyesore and it's awful. But look at the bees. Are they so cute? I could have just like stuck this underground and it, you know, work out fine. But I love bees and I like being able to see them. And I think this little setup is so pretty. The inside is the pretty part of this build, not the outside. If we go on the inside, it starts off as like a normal greenhouse, right? But then the further back we go, the more mystical, magical, spooky it gets. With the crimson vines, the stems, the nether stuff. Once I get some sniffers, I'm going to have the pitcher pods and the torch flowers in here as well. And some nether wart. I still haven't found a fortress. But I'm going to... Jeez. This is now our potion brewing room. I wanted to get this set up because I remember that we still have 4 dead guys just chilling in that hut over there, and they are pretty much my only source of emeralds. So I need to get them cured as fast as possible. But yeah, I really like this setup. We have the a magical water source flowing from the roots of the tree, the dark oak and the cherry wood combining really well to make this texture, and it transitions really well into this crimson stem, the purple and the warped stem. And I really like the mangrove roots working with the thicker logs to really make it feel like the roots of the tree are really holding in this structure together. And I know what you're thinking, roots of what tree? That tree. That tree is what I've been working on for the past very long time. It's taken me about that long to make this tree and also do all of this landscape. I'm gonna have to rework so much. I did a lot. Let me show y'all real quick. So yeah, this is what it looks like now. Actually a lot of that is full dirt, like all the way down. The back part of it is only like one block layer though. But that's what it looks like now. I have some ideas for what I wanted to do. I'm trying to make it like transition into that mountain a little bit smoother. And I have to move the windmill somewhere. Maybe if I just like move it a little bit over. Just enough space to like fill in the terrain right here, you know? I think that works. What I did was actually collect a bunch of pink glazed terracotta, which we can use to sort of just border the branches that we already have in there. And then we can grab some of this pink stained glass, which we can use to border the pink terracotta. Now, the next thing that we need to grab is a whole bunch of this stuff right here. And then once we do that, we can go ahead and chuck them up there with a bunch of like big blobs and bunches and stuff, which I'll show you what that looks like. There we go. I think that looks pretty good. There are a couple angles where it doesn't really translate, and it looks a little awkward, but I think that's pretty natural when it comes to trees. There are some angles where you're gonna just be able to see more sky than you are. There's like this one right here. That one covers up that gap pretty well. Like if you're here, it looks a little awkward, but once you come around, it covers that gap really well. I think that's the way to make trees look natural. You leave open spaces that look a little awkward, and then you fill them in on a different angle. So you still have that gap in the branches, but it's only from certain perspectives, right? Anyway, now that we actually have a honey farm, and I'm no longer distracted, we can go ahead and finish the roof of the little fisher hut, which is what I intended to be doing this episode. Actually, just kidding. I got distracted again, and I shaved this branch down a little bit. I think it was just a little bit too long. I think that helps the shape a little bit better. But now that the only thing distracting me is complete, we can go back to putting the roof on our little fisher's hut. All right, finally, roof is in place. There is a little bit of a gap right there, simply because I don't have the block that I want to put there. You can guess in the comments as to which block I'm talking about, but it should be kind of obvious. I haven't done the interior in here. I'll probably do that in between episodes. That'll be the first thing I show next episode. But yeah, roof is on top, and it didn't have any distractions or setbacks. Thanks for watching the video. If you made it this far, I would appreciate a like. Also, you're more than welcome to subscribe. Just remember that this page is and always will be nonsense. Have the day you deserve.